Let me get to the people who really should apologize. This is a disgrace.
Yeah, it is.
And this is, I, for the life of me, don't understand why this isn't getting more attention. The International Olympic Committee has ruled out conducting viral tests of Rio de Janeiro's sewage-laden waterways ahead of the 2016 Games, a top official said yesterday, despite an Associated Press study showing dangerously high levels of disease-causing viruses at all aquatic venues, with experts saying athletes are almost certain to be exposed to pathogens. Now, going back to when this began, it was known that they had these problems with insane pollution in the water in Rio when they awarded Rio, and the organizing committee, or whomever it is, whatever you call them, the people who won the bid for Rio de Janeiro, promised that this would all be cleaned up. And now, here we are, a year out from the Games, and they say, actually, on second thought, no, it's not. We have zero chance of getting this all cleaned up. And those pictures, those of you who are watching us on ESPN2 are seeing, that's the water. That's the condition of the water. It is an absolute disgrace. Speaking at a news conference dominated by questions about Rio's sewage pollution problem, Olympic Games Executive Director Christophe Dubai said the IOC will be sticking to World Health Organization guidelines recommending only bacterial testing. Now, the Associated Press did an independent analysis of water quality showing high levels of viruses and, in some case, bacteria from human sewage in all of Rio's Olympic and Paralympic water venues, including this particular lagoon where rowing will take place, another where sailing will take place, and a third where distance swimming events will take place. In two separate emailed statements following the Associated Press publication about its study, the World Health Organization said it was advising the International Olympic Committee to, quote, widen the scientific base of indicators to include viruses. However, Monday, the organization backpedaled and said the WHO has not and will not issue a, quote, official recommendation on viral testing, which gives the IOC and their phony baloney executive director the ability to say WHO is very clear that bacterial testing is what should be followed. They have restated that bacterial testing is the measure that has to be used and will continue to be used by the authorities. It is the best measure to be used. These people don't care about the health of these athletes who work their entire lives, in most cases for no money whatsoever, to have this moment. They don't care at all. They just, on their backs, exploit them and make as much money for themselves as they can, line their pockets with everything else that they do. And now they couldn't care less that they're putting them in water that no human being should be in, and that under no circumstances would these suits ever even go near. So here's my invitation to you, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. It's D-U-B-I, Dubai, I don't know. I looked up the entire executive board of the International Olympic Committee as I was driving in this morning, and I didn't find a name on there that I knew or that was an American. Now, I don't know. I didn't go through it all closely, so it may well be that there are Americans on the board, executive board of the IOC. But even if you're not, you can be listening to me right now. This is an invitation. An invitation. I'll pay for the flight. I want you to take your family to Rio and go swimming in this water. Anyone on the IOC executive board who is backing this decision, you go to Rio, you go take your family for a swim in that water. I want to see it. I want to see any one of them do it. This is an out-and-out disgrace, and the fact that this should be getting a lot more attention than it is getting, this is an outrage, and someone should be doing something about it. These corrupt people who just steal money all over the place now don't care less about the health and safety of the athletes or, by the way, those who go to watch the competition. I'm told that it's not even safe for the spectators. So, Mike, I am absolutely floored that this is not getting more attention, and I personally am going to do everything I can to bring attention to it, because to our athletes, those, not just the American athletes, all the athletes who work their whole lives to compete in this should not be subjected to this. It's a disgrace, and not one member of the IOC executive board would take his family swimming in that water.
Well, did you see what happened to some of our rowers already?
Yes, they all got sick.
Four coach. I think it wasn't too long ago at all.
It was last week.
It was a 2015 World Junior Rowing Championship. Some of our best rowers rowing where the events are going to be held in Rio. 4 coaches and 11 members of the U.S. rowing squad fell ill after taking part in pre-Olympics a test event in Rio. So so forgetting all the testing and everything that they're doing or not doing, we had our rowers go over there in a testing event, and 4 coaches and 11 members of the squad got sick.
Okay, Anita L. DeFrance is the lone American on the International Olympic Committee's executive board. She was a rower. Her sport was rowing. She was the rowing Olympic bronze medalist and team captain in the 76 games in Montreal. She's an Olympic order. She won the bronze, a recipient of 11 honorary degrees. I don't know. I'm sure she's an extraordinarily accomplished person. And I don't know anything about her beyond the fact that if she is okaying this, then I have a problem with it. And I am inviting her and all the other members of the International Olympic Committee to take their family, the executive board, to take their families to this water and go for a swim. I want to see that. I want video of that. That's what I want to see. I can't believe this is being allowed to happen.
Our U.S. rowing chief executive, Glenn Mary, did say it would be easy but irresponsible for us to immediately assume that the rowing course is the main or sole point of exposure and cause of illness for our rowers. Okay, I mean, seriously? I mean, I guess in a vacuum, that's a fair statement to make to find out what made 4 coaches and 11 rowers rowing in that garbage water and they got sick. I guess in a vacuum, it's fair to say we need to look at and see what caused this. But, boy, for those, I know you're not supposed to assume, but you look at the test results of the garbage water there, and you put 2 and 2 together. In this case, it looks like 4 may come up.
It's the Associated Press, for those who don't remember, found viral counts up to 1.7 million times what would be considered alarming on a Southern California beach. Yet the bacterial levels are often within legal limitations. So if this doesn't bother you, okay. I'm astonished that this doesn't bother everybody a lot more than it seems to, and I can't believe that something can't be done about it. I don't know what, but I can't believe that something can't be done about it. If you are an Olympian and you have spent your life training for this event, you should not have to be in this circumstance. This is look, these people steal money left and right all the time, and I get it. And I think we've all just sort of come to almost smile at that, at the corruption involved at the highest level of this organization. And, you know, we finally did something about it with FIFA. But this, to me, is, you know, you're putting these people directly in harm's way for absolutely no reason. And I personally just find it disgraceful.
The mayor of Rio de Janeiro says it's not an issue for the games. It's not an issue for the sailors that come to Rio. That's a lie when people say that. The area where sailing competition is going to be held is a good area. It's a safe area. Mr. Mayor, go take a swim.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Jump in and take a swim.
Yeah.
Go have a little party. Go have a little beach party over there and take a swim.
I'd like to see it happen, and I think we'll be waiting a long time.